Ross, he had to do it like 7 o'clock in the morning. He would tell you, yeah, I'll make it work at 7 o'clock.
Right.
Good morning.
Go ahead and call to order.
All right, we're going to go ahead and call to order and start this meeting here. It's now 9 o'clock on May 15th. If you haven't already, please remember to turn off your cell phones while you're here. If you can please stand for the invocation, please. I've never had to do this invocation here before, so you have to bear with me. I had to write something down here. Gracious and wise Creator, we gather here today with purpose and responsibility, seeking guidance, clarity, and unity as we make decisions that impact our organization and those we serve. Grant us wisdom in our discussions, respect in our disagreements, and a shared commitment to the mission that brings us together. May our minds be sharp, our hearts open, and our goals aligned with integrity and the greater good. Help us lead with humility and act with courage. We ask for special assistance and guidance over Daryl Carr, our airport authority attorney who is seeking help. We ask that you watch over our men and women in law enforcement and our military forces. And we ask that you guide and help all those that are seeking comfort in our community. In God's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
If you can remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll move on to roll call.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Morning.
Mr. Swellen,
Present.
Mr. Hackett, Mr. Leskovich,
Present.
Mr. Parrish,
Here.
Mrs. Coppola.
Here.
Thank you.
We'll move on to citizens input. Anyone wishing to address the board during this portion should state their name for the record. Each individual is allowed up to 2 minutes to express their opinion on agenda items only. Anyone? Anyone? Having seen no individuals wishing to provide citizens input, we'll move on to agenda item number 6.
I have no additions or deletions.
Mr. Swalen?
Let's see. Nope. You need to make a motion? No.
Nope. You good?
Good.
All right. Ms. Coppola, do you have any additions or?
Nope.
All right, we'll move
Thank you
on
for
to
asking.
item number 7, employee recognition. Do we have anyone?
Good morning, Board.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
I am honored to be able to once again recognize members of our team on outstanding achievements in earning their ACE security certification and ACE safety management system certification. The ACE security certification is a rigorous program grounded in 49 CFR 1500 series, TSA regulations, and ICAO Annex 17. It not only fulfills the TSA 1542 requirements for airport security coordinators, but also enhances the existing expertise of aviation professionals like Josh. This extensive curriculum equips participants with advanced knowledge to manage complex security challenges, ensuring the highest standards of safety and compliance. Josh's accomplishment reflects his unwavering dedication to PGD's security mission. He is now able to oversee critical security operations, leveraging his operations expertise and better understanding of security regulations to strengthen our compliance and enhance our safety protocols. This achievement improves PGD's ability to protect our passengers, staff, and operations. So congratulations, Josh. I'm also honored to recognize Seth Immel for earning his ACE SMS, another milestone in his professional journey here at PGD. The ACE SMS program is specifically designed for airport leadership and safety management personnel to enhance airport safety, aligning with FAA regulations on safety management systems. This comprehensive curriculum equips participants with the tools to identify hazards, mitigate risks, and ensure compliance with evolving safety standards, fostering a proactive safety culture. Seth's achievement underscores his dedication to advancing PGD safety initiatives and operations. His expertise will strengthen our SMS program, enabling us to better address operational challenges such as recent significant increases in flight operations, while maintaining the highest level of safety for our employees, passengers, and community. These accomplishments for both of them align seamlessly with Punta Gorda's vision of adapting the needs of the community by fostering safe, efficient, and convenient hub that drives economic activity through the region. Congratulations to you both.
Good morning, board.
Good
How are you
morning.
guys?
Wonderful.
Good. So I would like to start to recognize, okay, sorry, I wasn't sure where you went. I'd like to start by recognizing an incredible professional milestone achieved by our HR team member, Megan Zawacki. So Megan has just earned her Senior Professional in Human Resources certification.
Wow.
This is an advanced credentialing that reflects her strategic knowledge, her leadership capabilities, and dedication to the HR field. This is a significant accomplishment in the HR profession, and even more impressive considering that Megan just joined the Charlotte County Airport Authority under 5 months ago. So Megan joined us from the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office with a strong background in public sector HR, and she quickly adapted to the very unique and complex environment of airport operations. She's learned new systems, tackled new challenges, and she implemented some process improvements already that have strengthened our efficiency. As part of a two-person HR team, Megan has stepped into a critical role with confidence and reliability. She consistently takes initiative, she shows up, and is ready to contribute. She supports our team members with a level of professionalism and follow-through that speaks volumes. Her ability to step in and often step up has made a clear and immediate impact for our organization. Her achievement in such a short time speaks to her talent and her work ethic, and I am grateful to have her as a partner of our HR team here at PGD. Congratulations, Megan.
We will move on to agenda item number 8, the consent agenda. Does any commissioner wish to have any of the items removed from the consent agenda by way of having discussion regarding it? Any motions to approve the consent agenda?
I make a motion to approve it as presented.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Move on to agenda item number 9, Secretary Treasurer's Report. In my readings of everything, Mr. Parrish, everything appears to be going well, and financials are looking good, but do you want to provide more of a detail?
Let's just go through the overview quickly, and then if you guys have any specific questions, you can ask. This is for the month of March. Remember, the month of March is always our best month in the state of Florida. It typically is the busiest month of the year for air travel, spring break. Our revenues continue to be ahead of budget, and our expenses are behind the budget, so we're doing well. Our operating margin for the month was 50%. Don't expect that every month, but staff really stepped up. We were how many percent above last year for the month?
25% in flights, and we're 50% for the month over the previous year.
Yeah,
Or
so
35%, I'm sorry.
So it was a very busy month. I think some days we had over 80 operations, commercial operations. So staff did a great job, and we got through it, and we're looking forward to a successful year. So any specific questions on the aging report? Things are looking pretty good. Nobody really behind, and we're working with the ones that do show up, but everybody's paid up at this point.
Wow.
For the most part.
Good.
That's
All right.
great.
And we continue to do well with our grant receivables, and our construction projects are moving forward. And I'll talk a little bit about the development in a few minutes.
Very good.
Any questions, Mr. Swayman? No questions. Ms. Coppola, you have any questions?
No? Very good.
Let's move on to agenda item number 10, the liaison report, starting with Mr. Hansick. I know he's not here, but regarding the Punta Gorda City Council, I see Janine Polk back there from the City Council. Councilwoman Polk, is there anything you want to update the board on regarding the City Council?
I have nothing at this time, thank you.
All right, thank you. Board of County Commissioners, Mr. Swayman.
I have nothing to report.
All right. Metropolitan Planning Organization, Mr. Thornberry, he's not here. Ms. Coppola, anything on the community?
No, I was at 2 Irish weddings up in New York, so I was a little busy.
I'm sure you were.
I'll let you know next month.
And in relation to the school board, they are getting ready for the end of the school year, starting graduations already between VPK and kindergarten, and going into middle school and high school. I think I just saw Port Charlotte High just had their graduation. So
Yeah.
congratulations to all of our students, and hopefully some end up coming working here at our new shop that's being opened up. That's the only reports I have gotten from the school board. Going on to attorney's report, item number 11. Mr. Hackett, do you have anything for us?
Yes, I'm happy to be here on behalf of Gerald Carr and the Carr Law Firm. I was intending to be here anyway when Mr. Carr went off to Thailand, and is not going to be back until next week. As most of you probably know, he had a very serious accident in Thailand. And he's seriously injured, but he's in great shape, and he is getting better day by day. He's getting great care there. And just as we're sitting here, I just got a text from Amanda that he's now been cleared to fly home. So we expect
Excellent.
that he'll be home very soon. Last night, I asked him, texted him and asked him if there was anything he wanted me to express to y'all. And he said, please tell everyone thank you for checking in and their concerns. I expect a full recovery and to see you soon. Keep up the good work. So, on behalf of Daryl, I'm here and happy to say that he's on the mend.
Oh, good.
We like to hear that, and thank you for being here.
Yeah. Wow.
Mr. Parrish, going on to item number 12.
Sure, and I'm going to fill in for Brett. He's off at a conference this week. Actually, he's flying back today. So go through the development report, and we can go to the part, everything under design, the Air Center, or the Air Center apron expansion. We're finishing up the design on that. The FBO hangar, we're still negotiating the price on that one. Challenger Boulevard and Perimeter Road, Phase 1 are finishing up, and Phase 2 on the Perimeter Road we're working on. And the master plan update is almost done. So they're sitting in the back. So it's been a long process, so we hope to get that done. Bidding, the Hangar 97 replacement, which is the air truck hangar, we should have bids due on that, and taxiway Alpha reconstruction, we just got the bids in, and we'll be voting on that next. Let's go through a few of the projects that are out there that you can actually see coming up out of the ground. The inline baggage system, probably one of the biggest projects we've ever done. That will be superseded by the terminal expansion that it's starting. Inline baggage will expand our baggage capability tenfold, but it'll also move all of the baggage makeup inside. Right now they do that outside in the weather. So the picture on top is the baggage makeup area where the carts will come load up for the planes. We'll be actually able to have 4 tug sections in here. Right now, we can only do one at a time, so they have to disconnect, push the carts up to the belt. This will allow 4 at a time. We could probably load 10 flights simultaneously off of this one.
Wow.
Bottom left is just a picture of the front as they're painting it to match the terminal. As we found out after 2 coats of paint that that white was not primed, there are 2 different colors with the same name, and from
What?
the paint manufacturer. So they got the right color for the 3rd coat, and we're okay. And then the baggage handling is mostly above grade, so people can walk underneath it. It's a very complex system. We'll be putting on a staff member towards the end of the project that's sole job will be to maintain and operate this system. So
Construction still on pace, still?
it's on pace. So we have to have, the one item that's on the agenda is an uninterruptible power supply, which is required by TSA. They're paying for it, but it's required, and they can't operate the equipment without it because of FP&L. We don't have perfect power here, and the equipment requires very clean power. So it's a large battery that runs the equipment. And we have to have that in place so that they can test the equipment so it can go operational in January, I think is our plan. September is testing and installation, and then January would be operations. So next slide, please. Maintenance and operations, we are moving into that building. We got the CO. We're actually operating badgings out of there now. Our purchasing department, which is one guy, has moved in there now. Operations is operating out of there, and maintenance is moving there. The big maintenance bays were very pretty and clean, and now they're cluttered with a bunch of equipment. But we all knew that was going to happen when they moved in. So. Much nicer facility than we've ever had for the maintenance department. We're really excited to get them moved in there. And I think their biggest concern is keeping it clean because they never really had to in the other building because it was so small. CTC's facility, the classroom portion of it is coming up out of the ground. Steel's being erected, concrete's being erected, and then they will start on the interior once the roof is completed. And then the steel for the hangar should arrive as soon as the steel crew is done with this building. They'll move on to the hangar. Slabs poured, a little bit of the ramp work's done, but they're moving along on that and on schedule.
Yeah, it looks like they're moving very quickly on that.
They are.
What's the completion date on that?
Before the next cycle of classes starts, so it'll be.
Yeah, that's fine.
Next slide, please. Rental car replacement facility.
Oh, nice.
That is across from the existing one in line with the terminal so that ultimately we'll be able to fill in between the two. You can see the front of it there, and then the side that's next to the terminal on the lower left. We'll also have a rental car center sign on it, and then a sign with all the brands as well. And then the insides are finishing up, the casework's going in, and then the rental car companies come in and do everything behind that. They put in their own custom casework behind our counters. But that should be operational in the next few months. They're finishing up the exterior. We'll do the landscaping, the replacement of what came out. And then we'll have, between the two buildings, will be our food truck court, and our cabs will operate out of there. So it'll clean up a lot of the area. And we're excited to get that done. And this will also house TSA training, and then our landside people, as well as a loading dock, so that we will no longer have trucks unloading and loading in front of the terminal. Hangar 611 replacement, which was the building that was on the north ramp that was destroyed. This is a private hangar that we relocated. We're still working out some kinks on a few of the doors, but they have moved in and have taken occupancy of it. Next, please. This is the north side infrastructure. This is the road that will feed both the CTC on the left, but also the hangars, the MRO that is under lease with us, as well as a couple of other hangars that we have under lease right now. This is a road and utilities. It's funded by the DOT. We got a specific place name grant last year from the legislature, so we're excited about that. And that's really finishing up as a real quick project. We're excited to have that coming on soon. And then Taxiway Charlie and the Charlie Delta intersection, that is finalizing the first phase, well, multiple phases, but the first operational phase will go into service soon, and then we will start on the Charlie section, which is realigning the way Charlie intersects with 1533. Next, GSE maintenance, another new building on the airport, replacing a building that was destroyed during Charlie, that we never repaired, but we were still using, and then it didn't make it through Ian. So this is a new building on the south ramp near EAA. This will handle all of the ground handling equipment maintenance. It's leased by a third party that operates with Allegiant. So. And then Building 101, this was a hangar that was destroyed during Ian. It always faced the wrong way ever since Taxiway Echo was closed. Those of you who have been here forever may remember that Taxiway Echo went across Mooney Avenue. You used to have stop signs for the cars. Yep. So once we put fencing around the entire airport, the hangar faced a fence, which was not very functional for its operations. With the storm, we were able to rotate it 90 degrees, put in a new apron and a new taxiway connector to the stub of the old Echo, and so now it'll be functional. AirTrack will be moving into this temporarily while we destroy their building and rebuild it, and then they'll be moving out, and we have multiple tenants interested in taking this over. So, next slide. I think that's it. For development report, any specific items?
What kind of tenants are potentially wanting to take over that Building 101?
The ones that are interested in it right now are flight schools that want to operate out of there. It's a really nice interior. It's got office space, some training space, classroom space, really built right now for AirTrack, but you know, it's easy to convert the conference rooms into training rooms and stuff. So that, or we've got a couple of corporate flight centers that are looking for larger space.
Perfect. Going to agenda item 12, Ms. Miller, anything on marketing?
Yes, good morning. You have a copy of the marketing report in front of you. April was pretty busy. We had some good media coverage of the honor flight that happened again. And of course, we got great passenger numbers, which I think Ray will cover. So we got some media coverage for that, as well as DeAngelis Diamond put out a news release about the Bailey Terminal expansion. So more folks in the media were covering that as well. And a lot of social media and website activity, of course. We're continuing to advertise and support the routes that, that need support through Facebook advertising and other advertising all over the country and local as well. But with limited budget, of course, we target that, the best we can to make sure we get our money's worth, of course. Also glad to report that we have hired a new sales and marketing manager position to help us with our advertising program, the integrated airport advertising program that I covered with y'all on back in February. And I'll be happy to introduce you all to her at the June board meeting. And also after the June board meeting, we'll do a small ribbon cutting for the new M&O building, so you can tour the M&O building, and we're just going to do that in internal, mainly for commissioners and staff, just so that you can get an understanding of how great that building is. And we're probably going to apply for an FDOT award for that maintenance and operations facility, because it's such a great building that brings so many functions together and improves efficiency. So hopefully we can highlight all those positive things that we've done. And maybe get an award.
That would be
That's
nice.
pretty much it. Does anyone have any questions?
No, but we know that you must have been busy, because normally you have these beautiful PowerPoints for us, and we don't have that today.
Maybe in June.
All right.
Thank you.
Wow.
Mr.
That's
LaRoche.
terrific news.
Anything on?
Yes, so once again, as Kaylee indicated, we had a really good month in April. highest number of operations ever in April for the airport, just over 13,000 total operations. That was an increase of about 350 air carrier operations, which you'll see in the passenger numbers, as well as increase in GA activity. Next slide. So the passenger activity, 221,000 passengers in April, 35% increase over the same month last year, and that puts us at a 25% overall increase for the year so far. So really good numbers coming out of the season. On fuel sales, avgas gallons sold off the truck again increased about 2,000 gallons. Again, that's for flight school traffic at the Air Center, mainly the reason for that increase. We had less Jet A gallons sold, about 10,000 gallons down on Jet A gallons sold. That's corporate traffic and some of our tenants here that take Jet A as well. Self-serve, again, up. The trend continues, about 2,500 gallons over previous year on self-serve. And then airline gallons pumped. Last month, we had the most ever airline gallons pumped. This month, again, very high compared to previous Aprils, and really, really surprising numbers coming out of the airline gallons pumped there, which is attributed to the additional flights
Just
that we have.
for comparison, when I started here 19 years ago, we were pumping just under 1 million gallons a year. Now we're at
That's a
2.3 a month.
And I would like to point out that, you know, our entire operations team, you saw their leadership here earlier, receiving some congratulations for certifications, but the entire operations team really handled throughout all of season these major increases in traffic in both the terminal area and on the airfield. So I'd like to, you know, give them a congratulatory statement for doing such a good job. We had probably the best season we've had since I've been here as far as everything operating so smoothly on our end. So appreciate everything that the team did.
Operations, FBO, maintenance, everybody really pitched in to get through. And keep in mind, we have not added a significant number of staff for these large increases.
Are we getting to the point where we're
We're
going to have to
getting to
start
the point, you know,
thinking of that?
so next year's budget, you'll see some staff increases, baggage handling, IT. There's a lot of departments that are getting more and more complex, so.
I would like to also mention, Commissioner Leskovich, you mentioned earlier about the graduation, and hopefully we could bring on some people from graduating immediately following CTC's graduation last Friday. One of their students came in and got his fingerprints done and is now working at the new M&O building.
How exciting is that?
Good.
That's what it's all about. You know, I have some friends that are pilots for Allegiant, and they praised everything being done here. They were very impressed. Over all the other airports they fly into, they say this ran smoother than anyone. So it's good feedback.
That's the first one to graduate?
We have several people from CTC programs, different programs, but we had that position posted for automotive technician. Just graduated, actually had applied about 2 weeks before graduation, came here directly from graduation to get his
Wow.
fingerprints done and processed in
Ambitious.
last week, started this Monday. So
That's what it's all about.
Wow, that's exciting.
So he gets to move into the new shop.
Yeah, I know.
Well, already,
he's getting spoiled, yes.
Can you go back to that slide real fast? Ray, do you have an idea what May is looking like so far?
I do not. I can get you those numbers.
I'm not worried about that. I just, you know, I'm curious if we're kind of on pace with the way April was looking.
We expect it to drop. Generally, after Easter, operations drop down. They start to move aircraft around the country. So we had a high of 12 aircraft based here through season, and those have started to be moved around the country. So we'll go down to about 7 aircraft over the summer. And then July, they may bring in 1 or 2 extra. That month will come back up, the end of June and July.
With these substantial increases we're seeing, I know when we were here last month, you had indicated our reserves had gone down a little bit. Are we still down a little bit on our fuel reserves?
No, so that was mainly due to issues at the port, and
Okay.
they've gotten most of those taken care of. But, you know, during that month of March, we pumped 2.3 million gallons into Allegiant, but they tankered most of that month.
Yeah.
So that really, had they not tankered in, that could have almost been a third higher.
Okay.
So we're back up to now on a daily average over 200,000 gallons that we have on site.
All right.
Thank you.
Moving to agenda item 13, old business. Seeing none on here, let's move on to item 14, new business.
All right, so the first item is Taxiway A reconstruction and the FAA grant offer for the construction contract. We advertised for bids for the reconstruction of Taxiway Alpha from Charlie to the end of 2-2, and the bids came back. We're really excited that they were well under engineers' estimates. So we're confident that the FAA is going to get the entire grant to us. We'd like to get the board to approve me signing a contract with Dickerson Infrastructure, Inc., and the amount